everybody. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my skill level in rhythm games. I thought of this idea because I kind of wanted to see someone like Jackets or EK talk about their skill in different rhythm games because they're so good in so many, and I'm just... Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting if they were to make one video like that, and then I realized that there's probably people out there who wonder what my actual skill level is on different rhythm games. So here it is. Spoiler alert, it's not very good. So I'll go through like 4 things, which is 1, my current skill, 2, how long I've been playing the game, 3, my peak skill, if any, and 4, I forgot what the 4th one was. I just thought it would be interesting. There's people out there who think I'm really good at rhythm games, and that's just not true. Because this is coming from someone who used to be good at Osu, so I know exactly how the top players would think. My favorite pastime back then, when I used to play Osu really competitively, was like, look at the Osu YouTubers and be like, ha, I'm better than them. Which is like, feel free to do that to me, by the way. This is just a video broadcasting like how I'm pretty easy to beat in a lot of games. I guess it all boils down to what we perceive as normal, because like 3 years ago, if you were to ask me what I would consider average in Osu, I would say rank 1000. Is year 2021 and I have finally learned basic math, and I have realized that 1000 is not the average. Yeah, it's quite common for people who are very good at rhythm games to have tunnel vision. Like, they get tunnel visioned into what they perceive as normal, that they don't realize that what they see as normal is actually not normal at all. And I still suffer from the same thing sometimes. Like, when you are a top player at any game, you have a lot of friends that are also top players, so your view of what is good, normal, average, or what you want to be becomes really skewed to whatever area you're at. Anyways, I'm going off on a really dumb tangent. Basically, I'm just at a spot where I'm good enough to know that there's a lot of things that I'm not good at. Alright, so for Osu, well, I don't really like talking about it because it feels like I'm some sort of boomer living their old glory days or something. That's kinda cringe, bro. Yeah, so I already made an entire video talking about my current skill level on Osu, but TLDR, I play like a 5-digit, I think like 17,000 or something in that video, or was it even worse than that? I can't remember. Yeah, my current rank on Osu right now has decayed to like 3,500, which is pretty bad in my opinion. I'm definitely not the rank that is displayed on my profile. I really play much worse than that. My consistency is completely gone. Although I have spent so much of my time in my life playing this game. I started playing in 2013, and in 2016 I peaked at rank 350. I think at the start of 2016 I went and banned myself because I wanted to quit the game. But then I came back in 2017, and then I climbed back up to like rank 550 or something. And then I played in Singapore's team for OWC in 2017. It wasn't really hard to get into the team back then, and even the years before that, because, well, they just didn't have enough players that they could play. It's not really competitive like teams like the USA. It's different when you have a small player base in your country. And yeah, so I stopped playing the game. I decayed so much, and it's really hard to get back into the game now. The same reasons that kept me playing the game back then was things like I don't want to decay, I want to get better, I don't want to rust. Because not playing Osu for like 1 day meant like you losing like, I don't know, maybe a bit of your accuracy or like stamina or speed. Especially speed. Speed is the first thing you lose when you rust. Flip those reasons around, and that's the exact same reasons I don't want to play the game anymore, because I'm so rusty. What's the point? Like, every time I open up the game now, it's like, why am I missing this thing? It feels like when perfect pitch people lose their perfect pitch when they grow older. It's like your muscle memory should not be missing this note, but why am I shit missing at such an easy spot? And I know this is exactly what happens when you rust, because that's the same thing I experienced when I came back to Osu a year after 2016. But I don't want to go through another 2 years of rusting. It's so not fun. It's not worth it. I don't think I'll be able to be 4-digit ever again. Being at a really high rank in Osu means spending 4 to 5 hours a day just playing every single day. And you know, I finally understand why so many of the older players just left the game. Life gets in the way, you know? Well, for Osu Mania and basically any 4K only game like Etterna, Quaver, Friday Night Funkin', I don't really like playing 4K only actually. There's no peak rank of mine for Osu Mania. My rank right now is like 28,000, and I normally play low level 4-star maps. I don't like it when the game gets too hard, because like, I don't know, at that point I feel like it's just a note spam and I just prefer vibing to the music. I can play maybe up to 4.8 stars with like horrible accuracy, but I prefer just being able to play stuff that I can play, maybe move out harder when I get better. But I don't really play Mania enough. Yeah, so in total, I've played Mania for like 25 hours on my Usu profile. Yeah, I haven't really played Oina that much. Well, for Usu Taiko, I actually have played this less than Mania. I've played Usu Taiko for a total of 23 hours. Although I have spent a lot more time playing Taiko no Tatsujin, the actual game, instead of Usu Taiko. Although there's one thing I do like about Usu Taiko, being able to have good accuracy on the keyboard feels amazing. A lot of people were wondering in my Usu Taiko tournament video why I was playing with a keyboard and not with the drum, and the answer is simply because you get so much better accuracy on a keyboard instead of a drum, and in a tournament setting you really want to get as good accuracy as you can. So for Usu Taiko, my rank is 9,500. I normally play about low level 4-star stuff, about the same as Mania. That's where I get good accuracy and might be able to FC. Oh wait, my rank is actually 8 million. Whoops, never mind. I guess I could pass like 5-star stuff on Usu Taiko, but I don't really do that. I kinda like challenging myself to FCing with good accuracy on like 4.5 stars, but I don't really play Usu Taiko. I really much prefer playing Taiko no Tatsujin. And speaking of Taiko no Tatsujin, well, my skill level on there is not the highest either. I play Oni stuff at 8 stars. I've kinda gotten into 9 stars, clearing them, but I still get like a lot of misses. My accuracy is not really good, but it's really hard to practice accuracy at home because the simulator charts, their offset is really everywhere. And also I don't really like going to the arcade to play anymore because I noticed that the drums there are really not sensitive. I keep dropping hits and getting tired really quickly because you have to hit the drum really hard. There's actually a software setting in the cabinet itself, in the service menu, where you can adjust how much force is required to hit the drum to activate like whatever note. But I guess in my arcades they set the sensitivity a lot lower, so you gotta hit harder. I have no idea. I don't really like going to the arcade anymore. Maybe I'm super spoiled by the Taiko Force I have at home. I really very much prefer playing at home at this point, but yeah. Yeah, so for Taiko, I'm like, I guess on the green version, I got like 4 done at home, but in the arcade, I was like 3 done. When I wanted to go try maybe 4 done in the arcade, they changed it to the Nijiro version. I still haven't tried the down courses. I kind of don't want to. I don't like the drum there anymore. In total, I've probably spent like maybe about 40 hours on Taiko no Tatsujin. I used to play every day for an hour, but I kind of play on and off right now. Alright, so Arcaea. A few people have been wondering what my potential is because I hide it all the time. I don't care about potential because it counts your recent scores, and that's so dumb. So, here's my potential. Ta-da! It's 11.19. It's okay, I guess. It's not great. It's not terrible either. I wouldn't say it's average. It's definitely better than average. I used to spend like 2 hours a day playing this game. I have no idea how many hours I have on this game. I used to be trying to like EX every 10 and 10 plus, starting from the easy ones like Conflict and stuff. I think my best score was like an EX on Ring Genesis. I still have no idea how I did that. And oh boy, that's quite the decay. I have not played this game since Black Fate dropped. And when Black Fate dropped, I thought the entire thing was so hard that I became a present player. I don't like playing hard stuff. Why in the world did getting 960 on Ring Genesis give me 0.02 potential? How in the world does this system work? I have no idea how much time I've spent on this game because it doesn't show your total hours. I'm going to make a bet that it's probably maybe 40 or 50 hours. Arcaea is a game with a high skill ceiling, but it's nowhere as high as Osu or, well, a lot of other arcade rhythm games. Oh man, that's quite a drop. How in the world did I even get 960 on Grievous Lady? I used to be a thumb player, and then I caved and bought a 2017 iPad Pro because I really wanted it at 120Hz, and no regrets, except that now I cannot read underhands and crosshands at all. It's much easier to read things underneath your thumb when you're a thumb player, but it's so much easier to hit other things as a iPad player, so yeah. Alright, now for Sound Voltex. The Valkyrie model cabinets has dropped and they are amazing. I swear, they're cheating. They're just so much better than the Nemesis cabinets, the older ones. The new version Exceed Gear is out for Sound Voltex now, so bye bye Vivid Wave. And bye bye my 11 Dan badge. I'm sure that like I can get 11 Dan again, but I kinda don't care. It's too much of a pain to grind. On Sound Voltex, I usually get 990s on the easier 17s. Otherwise, I get a 970 on average. I can play 18s. I can clear like most of them. My Volforce is like 18, but in the arcade it's like 16 because I don't really play enough in the arcade. So I've kind of gotten this mentality of, haha, it'd be funny if I could do 20s, but be like 10 done with like 16 Volforce. But like to stay at 16 Volforce but be able to do 20s means not even going to the arcade. So I don't really know what I'm going to do in the game anymore. Or right now, I guess I'll just unlock songs and well, my Volforce will definitely go on if I keep improving or like play like I usually do at home. But I want to be 16 Volforce. I don't want to go for Infinite Done in Exceed Gear because 1, the courses are too hard, 2, there's no point in my barely clearing the courses, and 3, I'm so lazy to even like unlock the courses for 11 Dan. Imagine doing that for Infinite Dan. I don't wanna. In total, I've sunken like over 150 hours into this game. Definitely the game that I'm most skilled at that isn't Osu in terms of like what I can play best. The game's fun. So for 2DX, I don't really play the game, but I think I have over 30 hours on it somehow. I don't remember playing the game that much. I'm a 2P player and I mostly play normal 7s, I guess. I learned the layout and I guess I shot myself in the foot by being a 2P player and specifically using this hand style instead of freestyling because you press more buttons with your left hand. That's a horrible idea if you're a right-hander. I guess I also went up to playing some 8s on 2DX, but I am going to just stick to playing 7s and getting better accuracy. Something about the game is really satisfying when you hit those P grades. To be honest, I actually forgot that 2DX was a thing until I went to the arcade and I looked at a cabinet and I saw this horrible looking logo and I'm just like, holy shit, graphic design is my passion. I guess I was like 5 Dan in Voltex with horrible accuracy and form and everything. And I remember bitching about Blooming Feeling, the song in 6 Dan. And I also remember telling myself to stop bitching about it because in 7 Dan, so like Blooming Feeling can't be that bad. I need to play 2DX more, but I keep getting distracted by Sound Voltex and Taiko and pretty much every other thing. I'll get back to it soon, I swear. And that's about it for the games I play. I have other games here, extra footage, but I don't have enough hours in these games to even justify saying anything. I've probably played all of them for less than 5 hours. Oh, but like, here's some Pianista footage. I love Pianista. I spent like 6 hours on the game. I spent money on it. It's an idle classical game. Yep, it's an idle game because it has an energy system. I like it because the game feels so responsive when you play. It feels so satisfying and it's the Friday Night Funkin' for rhythm gamers. It makes you feel like a god at the game, but it's just because the game is easy. Oh yeah, also here's some knockoff Piano Tiles gameplay. It's not even a rhythm game. I just thought it'd be funny. And okay, 5 notes per second. An ad immediately popped up too. Epic. And that's it for my skills. It's yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I don't play as many games as I look like I do. I just try a lot of stuff, but I don't usually stick to them. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.